Hello everyone and welcome back to Passion Sundays, the best way to end the week and start another. Our guest today is phenomenally passionate about shopping and shopping centers. He's only been doing it for over 35 years. He's very experienced in this field and he heads the International Council for Shopping Centers. David Macadam. David, thank you very much for being here with us today.
Moustafa, thank you. My pleasure for being here. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you very much. And it's an awesome topic to talk about, shopping. I think everybody loves it and the world is all about shopping now to an extent. There's something called even shopping therapy. And if there's no person better than you to talk about shopping. But before I get into the shopping part of it, I want to know about passion. What does passion mean to you?
Passion for me means what you get out of bed for first thing in the morning, and you know exactly what your day is going to be like, what you want to do, and what you want to be involved in.
Okay. But what gets you out of bed in the morning if you're feeling low sometimes? Because it's easy to say I'm passionate, but then tough times comes and you find excuses for not making things work.
Well, I think that what I've learned in my life is the first thing you have to do is get out of bed. Put one foot in front of the other. When things are bad, things go in life, you know what it's like, up and down. When things aren't necessarily as good as they could be, it's get out of bed, put one foot in front of the other, and do what it is that you want to do. And for me, that's always get out of bed, get outside, hot, cold, rain, sun, not a lot of rain here, but sun, just do something. Be out there, free your mind, and start thinking about positive things, things that bring you back to where you want to be in your mission of your daily, this is what I want to do.
So what is your mission that you want to do?
Well, you know, my mission that I want to do every day is I love to help people. So I get a great joy in seeing people excel at what they do and help them to just facilitate what they're trying to achieve in their life. So I get a big joy out of that. That's my passion as well. I think the other thing that I get a big passion out of, big kick out of, is to see people succeed. So I love to help people to push them in the right direction if they want to be, or inspired to go in the right direction and just see them grow.
And how do you link that back into shopping?
Well, shopping for me has always been something that's, I go back to the building side of the shopping. So for me, it's a technical. There's passion in the technical, there's passion in the what's inside a shopping center. But when I walk into a shopping center, I'm not looking at the stores. What I'm looking at is the size of the width of the walkways, the heights of the ceiling, the AC, what's going on, the cleanliness, the level of detail, the way the tiles fit together, what it looks like in terms of the overall ambience, what the smells are like, what the sound is like inside the venue. But then it's before that, it's when I'm driving in, what's the experience like when you drive into the shopping center? Are there signs? Does it make you feel welcome? Would you want to come back here? So for me, it's all about how does all of this come together? So that's my passion. And you know, it's a bit of a sick one, but on the other side of it, everybody has their own thing.
Well, I love the fact that you just went on and you're starting to count a long to-do list that nobody would have ever thought about when it comes to, and I can tell this is a sign of passion when you've got that much.
Well, let me apologize up front because sometimes people just fall asleep when I start talking about it. So,
but that's good. My question is though, when did you discover that passion? Because you said you didn't start in that field and you kind of morphed into it.
Yeah, sure. Well, you know, like many people, I started young. So I finished high school, right into university. I wanted to be a teacher to start out with. So this goes back, and now I'm in the 70s, early 70s. So I got out of university and I taught high school students biology. So that was grade 11 and 12 biology. So I was 21, 22 years old. My students were 17, 18. So there's not that much difference in our age. What I found was totally amazing was that I could actually have people listen to me and they learned and then they were measured about how they did. So that was fun. I really learned a lot about that and I enjoyed about the presentation and helping people then. So that was a part of it. I got into, later I studied law in New Zealand. I studied because I was always interested in how the legal framework of things works. I left that and I got into sales because I've always been a salesman. And in sales, there was, back in the 70s again, there was really only one company to be a salesman with, and that was Xerox. And Xerox sent you to their university in Leesburg in Virginia. So they sent me there from Vancouver in Canada for about 3 months for an intensive study on how to relate to people and how to sell.
Interesting.
And I have had no better experience in my life in terms of learning how to achieve at a technical skill, which is sales. And that's helped me throughout my life. So after I left Xerox, I got into the real estate business. But why? I got into the real estate business only because I turned in finding out, and you never know how things are going to unfold in your life. But I found that I could look at a building, shopping center, warehouse, office building, tower like this, and I could get a sense as to where the revenue comes from, how it's built, the construction techniques, how long it would take, the cost to construct, all the different elements that go into a complicated structure. From there, it led to the shopping center business, and it also led into the office buildings business, and then I ran my own business for 18 years in Vancouver in Canada.
Interesting. So I see how your journey kind of gave you pieces of the puzzle to eventually climax on the top with what is actually your passion. So you were partially passionate about certain things that you were doing, and you took those pieces and you went on with them. And that's an amazing message to our viewers about the fact that passion is a journey, it's not a destination. I mean, you might reach a certain destination somehow and find that this is it that I'm dedicating the rest of my life to, but until then you want to take the pieces of the puzzle along the way and be truly passionate about whatever you're doing now.
Yeah, Moustafa, I totally agree. And I think the other thing to bear in mind is I think so important for people to understand, and that is that everything that you do in life, and I mean everything that you do in life, leads towards where you are today and how you've got here. So as I go back to my days when I was teaching, and I found that I got great joy from helping people, and people wanted to listen to me about what I had to explain. I also learned when I was in the law that I learned that there's a lot of precedents. There's the English common law that goes around the world, that there's a lot of different things in contract law, international law, all of the things that go together with what I'm doing today, I learned from a legal perspective, and that really helped. Then the sales, everything in life, in my view, everything is a sales.
True.
And I know that for many years in the 70s when I was going through and becoming a salesperson and a very professional salesperson with Xerox, I was told many times that, God, a salesman? What the hell? You want to be a salesman? And I never took it that way. I took it as an exercise in helping me to understand people better. Because if I understood what made them tick, that I could understand what I could do to help them on their way.
I love that. And I guess there's no better way to conclude this episode than, saying that you help people find what makes them tick, which is probably what I do. You're in a way a passion guy in your own passion,
sure,
which is retail. And I guess that no bigger industry probably in the world than this. So thank you very much for being here with us today. And I'm sure everybody found this amazingly useful.
My pleasure. Thank you, Moustafa.
Thank you. Passion! I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. And I'd like to know what you think about it. So please do share your opinion with our passion community down on the blog below. And if you find it useful, share it with your friends. And if you'd like more tools, tips, techniques, and exclusive interviews that I only share on my site, go to Moustafa.com. And until next episode, live passionately.